family, hello ShowbizTV, welcome to it. Yet again gracing your screens, very warm welcome to you. Today we are out in the streets, we are out and about, and it is the Bio-Loction Vigilantes. And today I have with me McDee Tsotsetsi. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hello, Silige.
So DEENATION, McDonald's, I assume that's a line.
Yes, DEENATION comes from my name, McDonald. That's why I am McDee. My full name is Thabo Mofutsanyana
Today.
So then at school where I was, there were too many titles.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's how D came about.
McDee.
McDee.
And then now everything is all about DEENATION. I had to remove, in order to establish the company, I just had to remove the MC, everything, and then just D-double-E.
And run with it.
This is Showbiz Qwa, and I'm your host. Look at how many niggas are ghost. Look at how I'm taking the crown, let's make a toast. Big boy game and all your chickens are roast. We are.
I shall get a DEENATION. So before we can go to the DEENATION, DEENATIon is more of an entertainment and empowerment sort of thing. Understand your school Wednesday and mechanical engineering. So how do you go from one extreme end of engineering to the extreme end of creativity? So what were positioning ya hoba engineer, ebe kwena ona today also only mutho wa DEENATION le di mic. How did that happen?
How do I put that? I've always been a creative child. Since from school, I've always been an active child. All over the place.
No part.
Even even when I got to college, I played some sports. But then I can say some of the things is because of the family. They would tell you, no, you know what? Go to school, study, and then they said someone's a mechanical engineer because my uncle he's a mechanical engineer. So then it's afterwards I was like, nah, man. This is not really me, this is not my calling. So after accumulating the certificates, I was like, you know what guys, I know. But then, can I go to the streets? Can I go and learn on the streets and then do each and everything you do? Because now, what I know is that all of the people, they are stuck within the jobs or the careers.
That's true.
So I didn't want to be the part of the statistics. But then not even happy. So then that's why I had to go back to my space. Because from school, all of poetry and all that.
So you're a performer? When I was engineering.
So when I was engineering, I was like, nah man, this space, it is not for my creative mind.
That's true.
But then the streets have.
Okay, how does you? So you go out, you go to the streets, and then you get to the streets, and then what happens in the streets?
The University of the Streets.
What happened to go University of the Streets?
The University of the Streets, guys, it was not an easy journey. It has never been an easy journey. Because number one, family doesn't believe in what they see until they see the end product. I think the end product for our families is mula. They want cash. And then on the streets you start to lose friends because now you are at this place whereby you found yourself, you're doing what you love, you're doing what you like. So you want to bring people into this space to understand what kind of a person are you, and then how do you get to deal with some of the things. But then it's a lot.
It's a lot. So DEENATION came from the streets.
DEENATION came from the streets. It started by doing Power of the Voice, which is now known as DEENATION Empowerment. Whereby I started going around schools, catered motivational talks, most especially for the grade 12s. And then I was taken by the district as one of the youngest motivational speakers in the Eastern Free State, Thabo Mofutsanyana District, doing motivational talks. And then, like I've said, I've always been this child who has a creative mind. And can experience a lot about home. You know, when you start to realize and see, it's like I'm becoming too much for these people. So then I decided, you know what? get out of this space, take a bit, and then go and get your find yourself. Remembering at school, I was doing poetry. I went on stage doing poetry, but then the streets has always been the place where I get to realize who am I really? And then I realized about no man, McDee, you are good at talking and giving the way. You're good as the man behind, making things happen, telling people what to do or get to organize on things that should happen. So that's when I started DEENATION Entertainment.
So it's nice how you mentioned Hore. O motho a kgonang go bua le hape o motho a kgonang go sebetsa ka morao. So o le motho a sebetsang ka morao hanyane fela on the business side of things, can you talk about Hore? How do you manage as DEENATION the entertainment, not the empowerment? Like you go out, you motivate, you MC, you do all of that. So the entertainment side, you are an artist manager, the business side of things. As an artist manager, they're just all over the show.
Yeah.
So how do you manage and put them to a common goal of this is what we're doing, this is where we're going? Management, how do you go about it?
You know, I can say I'm grateful for I chose the path that I chose because I started going for workshops, leadership, started going for workshops, life coaching, even the motivation side, to empower people. So you can collect and get to have one mindset, one goal, so that we get to see this is the end goal, this is what we do now. And also, guys, it's not easy being an artist.
It's not easy
because now I'm not gonna just manage your talent as an individual, but then also in the family. How do I get to know your parents? I need to meet your parents. They need to know.
So it has to be personal.
It has to be personal. Even now, DEENATION Entertainment, it doesn't have any artists under it at the moment. I'm not managing anyone because now I had to go through it. Like I'm saying, when you bring people close to your life, and then when they start doing things, a parent would call me.
Obviously.
But then when you manage someone's life as an artist, you get to a point whereby you cannot take it anymore because now they are not kids anymore. They are older people. So once you get to ask yourself, why are you doing this? Because now you are not just a brand as an individual. I'll McDee, but then there's also DEENATION Entertainment.
That identifies with you.
Anything else that we get on the other side of the world, people are gonna be going or calling your manager or even inboxing the page, the company. But we saw McDee doing this and that. Now we see McDee doing this and that. So you try to by all means to collect them, but then people are people. People are people, and they get to do whatever it is that they do like and they do what. And then the influence of friends. The influence of friends when it comes to our artists.
Okay. So you would say artist management is not for the faint-hearted. Even though Sanzanu posted it for now.
Bona.
This is Showbiz Qwa, and I'm your host. Look at how many niggas are ghost. Look at how I'm taking the crown, let's make a toast. Big boy game and all your chickens are roast. We are.
Okay, so with that being said, I'm trying to go back to the So I understand you were Sarafina in Qwa Qwa and you were the go-to guy. So how were you in that position? But to Baba Tamu the production of Sarafina Qwa Qwa, Bare, call McDee. How did you get into that position? How are you appointed in the productions of
to me, I can say it came as a surprise, but then yet also I was not surprised because I'm a very active person when it comes to the arts. I want to be involved. I want to know what is it, who's who, where are they, what are they doing. So then the municipality,
Street excellence, showbiz,
the production.
You know how it is. We have another person right here who's going to be auditioning.
They contacted all our So the art office, what they told them is that we want people who are active on the ground. People who knows the artists, people who can market, people who can make sure that the voice is out there or not. We have such a huge production coming that is going to happen. So the municipality called me, or McDee, this is what is happening. Here's an opportunity. We need 10 young people but were involved within the marketing. Yeah, Sarafina. The production is coming, and then you know what is Sarafina.
Hi, my name is Mzansi and I came to audition for Sarafina the musical, Broadway. So that is basically what I had to do.
Hi, my name is Esther. Okay. The audition in Sarafina. The auditions today, so we audition for dancer, acting as well as dancing. Yeah. But then hey, I give us one ticket, so we just have to do everything. And then, yeah, of course, I'm in.
Hello guys, my name is Mzansi and I'm from UK. I'm here for Phuthaditjhaba Qwa Qwa for this audition for Sarafina. He is hoping to get a part here as a dancer, of course. The Sarafina, like the cast, Babata cast, the Sarafina mainstream. So that's why I came all the way from to audition for them.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. So I told you that we was gonna interview one of the people who are in here. So we got lucky. We got someone who has actually won before. So my brother, thank you very much for availing yourself.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing, what is this show all about, and what kind of talent are you guys looking for?
Yeah, well, Sarafina is a political show. We must be clear about that. But it's about the student uprising, and it's a show that has been there since 1987. So I have 17 years with the show.
Wow.
And I think it's one of the biggest shows that we can have in South Africa.
Okay.
So today we're looking for talent from the Free State. It's a fact that almost most opportunities are going, whether Cape Town or Durban and Johannesburg. But reality is I'm one of the living proof, living evidence that even Free State has made it to the mainstream theater. So today we're looking for dancers, we're looking for musicians, we're looking for actors. But I'm definitely sure that we can have a number of people in Malta performing.
Thank you very much for your time, my brother, and I hope the show will go as prepared.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much to Street Excellence Showbiz. You guys are doing a very good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Later.
I was like, what?
So I would say that was your highlight.
That was the highlight, and then everything went by. We went to schools, we marketed Sarafina, and then the auditions. The most amazing thing that happened on the day of the auditions is that in 2017, if not 2016, I went to Market Theatre in Pretoria. Sarafina. And then on the entry, we were 5 artists from here in Qwa Qwa.
Okay.
And Casey the West being one of the people. Jopla is letting Rikene Mnyako Ratsama Casey the West, and then guess who we met? Dr. Mbongeni.
Yeah.
And then we greeted him, and then I introduced myself, where am I coming from, and then I said to him, one of my biggest dreams is to work with you. And what do you mean? No, I do not want to work for you. I want to work with you.
And his response?
I was like, wow, okay, where are you from? Gotta get to McDonald's Tsotesti. It's about ask McDee Tsotsetsi. Okay, we'll be there. And then on the day of the auditions, when he arrived, him with his bodyguards and all that, everyone was being trying to control the door. And then he just removed everyone. He's like, I I don't know from where, but then what I know is that I remember him.
Yeah.
And then he just went in. And that was a highlight of my life, even though the sad part can be that it didn't happen. Yeah.
So it didn't happen?
It didn't happen. We get to make it to the schools, but then our schools, I can say, didn't get to buy on it that much. Because I think that is the theater production. It is something that Qwa Qwa can say we are not used to as yet than at the cities. So then that was that, and that was a highlight of my life.
Congratulations!
I've worked with a whole lot of productions. I've met whole lot of big stars, celebrities that you can mention. But then up until so far, Sarafina, it's
number
the best.
one.
Number one.
Would you say, because there's a few movements and a few other people, we need a theater. We need a theater. We need a theater. Are you involved in any way?
Truly speaking, we need it. We need it. Most artists by theater practice, they were head. Sarafina didn't happen. And then when they came to ask me, what was the real reason? I told them, we are not used to the theater practices. We do not know what is that. We have never seen that. So then, yes, even though you see that much involved, but then I am supporting Tabiahore. Let Qwa Qwa have the theater. Let our school kids go to the theater so that they can be able to watch and know what is happening. Yes. In fact, the culture of the arts. The culture of the arts. That is why I've even decided, maybe sometimes I talk when it's not necessary. But then that is why I keep on saying, let us keep on pushing and supporting the talent. There's all of the talent. But then I do not really think or feel they are getting the recognition and the respect they do deserve.
So, when I hear hey, Wabua. Can we talk about DEENATION Radio a bit? DEENATION, is it a radio? Is it a podcast? How can we define it?
It's a radio.
Radio with an actual radio station.
I cannot say with an actual radio station. Okay, let me start here. How did it come about? For many years, like I've said earlier, I'm much more involved with the arts. I want to see things happen. I want to see our artists. We want to hear our artists on radio.
On radio, we do.
So I've consulted a whole lot of community radio stations in the Free State. But guys, here is what I see and what I do realize. Majida Aspana, Majida releasing music, we download their music, we share their music, I share it, we share them via Bluetooth, but then there is no a certain place or a certain show from a certain radio station which has 100%, let's say for 3 hours, it's playing 100% Kasi music.
Local content.
So, but then all of them like, so on the 11th of May 2020, I just called a friend. I was like, man, I need to meet up with you. We need to sit down and talk. Because he had a radio station and then it collapsed. He left the radio station and started doing his own thing. So he was the man to go to. I met the guy, we sat down, and then one thing he said to me, McDee, you're not going to leave my office without having your own radio station. All these complaints, all these years, they're going to come to an end. On the 11th of May, at 6 p.m., that was the first time I went on air with 10 songs. And about Qwa Qwa songs. It was the main aim. The main aim was to play Qwa Qwa Bethlehem, Castell, Harrisburg. That is the Eastern Free State.
Yeah.
Because I have artists that I do know of who are doing music from all those places. But then it grew. Free State is big. I've been to Fixburg, I've been to Bloemfontein, I've been to Kroonstad, I've been to a whole lot of places. So artists, and I have artists who are all over the country since, because I travel a lot. So once they started seeing that, they were like, no, we want to send in our music, we want to send in our music. So believe me when I tell you right now that we have played on the radio station. I've played a couple of artists from Nigeria.
Is it?
Lesotho.
Yes.
And
so it's bigger than Qwa Qwa.
it's bigger than Qwa Qwa right now.
Good.
It's even bigger than who I am as McDee, because I felt like while I was still doing artist management, I started being bigger than DEENATION Entertainment, because now I was the MC, I was the man who is DJing for my artists, I was the man marketing for everything. So I became too big for each and everything that I've been doing. But then right now, DEENATION Radio is up front of each and everything. And then each and every day, whenever I organize the playlist, that's what.
Lan.
Like, I now get nerves.
It goes to show you love it. Yeah.
6 months later, with more than 5,000 listeners.
Yeah.
So, like, man, those nerves.
How do you tune in? Where do we get a hold of it?
It's a website. You have to just click on the link.
Okay, we'll have it on your screen.
Yes, they can go to my Facebook page, which is DEENATION Radio. It has its own DEENATION Radio page, and then each and every day I put out the playlist, and then they click on that link, and then they click on Listen Live at 9 p.m. each and every night.
Okay.
Monday to Saturday, 9 p.m. And then I can say right now, officially, the new show is coming soon.
Okay.
Because it has always been me for the past 6 months, and I gave myself a target over 6 months. I'll be having more than 5,000 listeners. One man, one show. So afterwards, it will be only when I start to introduce new shows, growing new talent. I've been getting a whole lot of inboxes of people who want to join in. But then I just want to start with this other one show, so that we can get to see
how it goes.
Yeah. How are we going to build it? The content is there, the content is good, but many more other young people would be involved within the DEENATION radio station. And right now I'm only limited to broadcast for 3 hours.
Okay.
Yes. So that's why, yes, most of the people, or some people, they see it as a podcast, but then it is eventually a radio station that is growing each and every day.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, you are here, you are touching your DEENATION, empowerment, entrepreneurship, MC, host, hey, the list is long, hey?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the setbacks a bit? The failures, the mishaps, the cry by the pillow moments. How did you deal with them, and what would you say is the one that stands out and says, I failed so badly, but this was the right step in the right direction. It took me to fail so that I can get here. Do you remember an incident?
I guess that's what I even always post on my Facebook. Guys, if you're not prepared to fail, you're not prepared for success. But I can say, with the trainings that I've been through, with each and everything that I'm doing, the setbacks are a lesson. They're just a learning curve.
Yeah.
And in most cases, I do not put them in my head. I was like, that was a lesson. Okay, what's next, McDee? Move on. But then, one thing that I can always put a mark on is losing cash.
Ooh.
You organize, using your own money and all that, and then at the end of the day, the result is just crashes down.
That hurts.
Where did I go wrong? Where did we go wrong? And then you get to realize the associates, the people that you get to be working with, the people who are involved are mostly the ones whom I can say they're putting you, or they're giving you a a slow patch. You cannot be moving with the pace that you do want or the pace that you do have. That is why most of the people has been asking me, McDee, why are you not bringing in people within the radio station? I was like, no. Can I please learn this on my own
first,
so that I get to understand? What is this? I've always been working with people. From Power of the Voice, I've worked with people and then they all left. DEENATION Entertainment, I worked with people, they left. I was like, this is one thing I need to start on and see where does it put me. So that if anyone comes in, I get to tell them this is what to expect. Because I'm from the highest number of people who has listened to the show. The record was just last week, if not 2 weeks ago, it was 139 people.
Really? That's a lot.
I'm from hosting for 139 people to having zero, like practically zero listeners for a show. For the whole show, nobody did tune in, nobody clicked on the link. I don't know whether the artist did share the link or what, but then nobody did.
So that was your biggest bummer?
That was my biggest, like, oh guys, I shared you the link. Why didn't you share out the link to other people?
So guys,
But then I was like, no man, it's cool. It's okay. It's a learning curve. And when I posted that it's been 6 months, someone said to me, one of the mainstream radio stations presenter, she said to me, it is not it's not about you, but it's about the content that you deliver. If we would go back, if you did save that show, we would go back and listen to it. We would ask ourselves, why did it listen?
Yeah. Yo, Tato, McDee, here on the bio, we have a bit of a, what can I call it? I can call it not an icebreaker, but sort of like a light in the mood game. Okay. So we call it cap off, so we basically just saying you are not allowed to lie on the following questions that I'm going to ask you.
This is the hot seat.
Something like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you the 3 things that you can't live without.
Okay. Like right now, I do not have my phone with me. That is one thing I cannot live without. And then my phone always has a router with it. Like my phone and my Wi-Fi router, like they are
first 2 things.
Applications. And then one more last thing. My bag.
Your bag.
My backpack.
What's in the backpack?
It's a lot.
Like what? What's in there that you cannot live without?
It's a lot, guys.
Like what?
It's a lot.
If you don't get
I'm one of those people. I remember one day I called my granny. I called my granny. I was like, I just got a call now. Friday. I'm that ever ready, or I would just run home, still having the backpack, like everything fits in my backpack.
So your backpack is life?
My backpack is my life. Yeah.
So I would ask you, what would have been the most embarrassing moment? You've been an MC, hosted an event, have you ever had a very embarrassing moment? After this, never.
Have I?
Have you not?
Not that I do remember of. Okay. I don't want to say off record. I've sweat people on stage. I've fought on stage. I've cried on stage. I've broke down on stage. Like everything I've done it on. I've embarrassingly danced on stage. I've sang on stage like this.
Have you ever kissed someone random on stage?
Oh, I've never. Oh, that one I've never. And yo, don't even think of it, people. Don't even think of it, people. It nearly happened. But Miss D was there.
Oh,
she
McDee
was
there.
she was one of the people I attended the event.
But you attempted.
But then, nah, not here, not here. There are some of the things we can play with, but not this
So,
one.
on Showbiz, throughout South Africa as well. And there's somebody who's watching and wait, what are like, can I do this? Can I have my own radio station? Can I be an entrepreneur? Can I have my own clothing line or whatever? What would you say to Motu, who is an inspiring radio host, an MC, an artist in general?
In fact, today I was about to post this other picture. People who watch WWE.
Yeah,
Wrestling. There's been a picture that is circulating right now of Rey Mysterio.
Yes.
And then his opponent is The Big Show, The Great Khali, and Mark Henry.
Okay.
So I was just about to post that on Facebook and be like, no challenge is ever bigger than you.
Yeah, and Rey Mysterio is like this big.
Like, and these people are like
over there.
So no challenge, no dream, or no goal is ever bigger unless you go and face it. You never know what is that you are missing out until you go beyond it.
Yeah.
We grew up in front of this beautiful mountain, not knowing what's on top of it.
That's true.
Until you conquer that mountain, you will never know. So then, what I'm trying to say is that push yourself to the limit. If you've got to lose friends, family, money, but if you know it at the end of the day, that thing is going to pay you out.
So
just push. We do not have time to give up. We do not have time to pull back. Keep on going. Keep pushing. At the end of the day,
but where do they get a for events, for emceeing, for anything that they feel where can they get a hold of you?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's McDee Tsotsetsi. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And then Facebook pages. It's DEENATION Radio, DEENATION Entertainment, Power of the Voice, and then my personal page is Tato McDonald. Oh, I forgot. I changed the name. It's Tato McDee Tsotsetsi. I had to change the name. I had to, because now people do not know who is Tato McDonald. So I had to fit in McDee in it. So it's Tato McDee Tsotsetsi.
Okay.
This is Showbiz Qwa, and I'm your host. Look at how many niggas are ghost. Look at how I'm taking the crown, let's make a toast. Big boy game and all your chickens are roast. We are.
McDee, I understand you are one of the influences but what I understand you did say you went to the University of the Streets.
Yes.
So with that being said, have you ever identified Mutonana or Fakatuso, or develop it, channel it to a certain direction? I be analyzed or cultivated or have you ever had such projects?
Hey guys, yeah, 2020. Yeah, McDee Tsotsetsi, the award-winning most influential male Mzansi Youth Awards. So, and then also on that one, I have one guy, one boy. I met him, I think it was 2016. He just called someone boy. He's a big boxer. He's an actor.
Okay.
Like, he came to me, fortunately, next time I came to me, a friend of mine. So he came to me and was like, Hotman in Nagyabina, I have a group and eventually a big boxer. They are singing. So then how can we be able to help us get gigs, bookings? And then only to find out a week later, Thabo Mofutsanyana at Center, he called me, MC Day. Called on this boy, Neo, come through, I have a gig for you guys. Yeah, and then there was another event that was happening at multi-purpose, there was a talent show. The guys called me now there's a show happening in multi-purpose. Go guys and perform. So even if we had all of these artists gather donation, but then has always been this
one that stands out.
And stands out. Like he is DEENATION at heart. He has seen the whole strategy, he has seen everything. So he goes by the name of Neo Mulo, who is right now a qualified theatre practitioner from Market Theatre, Johannesburg.
Wow.
So he is one of the guys that have influenced a lot to keep on pushing no matter what. He has had his own struggles. The thing about me, because that is how I was taught. Face your own struggles. Come and give us the report. Tell me what is your struggle so that we can strategize around the struggle. So then he is where he is today only because by believing in himself, and then people who are believing in him, and then the support from his family that we both do get. Harrieta, the project, and then that is one person I can highly talk about.
Neo.
And then Neo. You can check him on Facebook. He's Neo. It's NEH space OH.
Okay.
Neo. Yes.
Besides Neo, DEENATION, the involvement in the community. Do you have like a meeting place and impart something in them, you introduce them to other people?
At the moment, it is something that I'm still working on.
Okay.
From home. There's a band at home that I'm still inquiring from the family. Like I said it earlier on, the families, they do not get to believe or you are ready to do this until they see the end results. Even if they hear or they see it's happening. So can they basically inquire, hi guys, can I please get this so that I'm able to help out the community, because we do not have parks. We do not have
recreation centers, youth centers,
so
theaters.
So all of that, I want to build on that at my own capacity from home, so that we can get to see how do we get to develop young people to be greater, and then to bring all these other guys that I've met before in my life to come back and invest into the talent of young people.
You know, before I let you go, there was a very important question that I didn't put across. Seemo sa rona sa metsi le motlakase ha e monana. O le motho a ranang business eo e ranang, that you need people to click on the link and tune in and listen, or however o sebetsang ka teng. How do you overcome the challenges tse nang le tsona?
Oh guys. Hard. It is not easy. I myself in fact, just yesterday the show didn't happen because remember how the weather was like.
It was very
and then we know it already. Once weather it affects motlakase. Once motlakase will see go, it affects the network. I'm online. My network I cannot so it's such a huge challenge. But then if we bear on challenges, this is a challenge, you won't be able to know or to see what's happening. So I guess I'm one of those people who are so positively driven.
That's a good one.
Even a challenge to me, no matter how other people may say how big it is, I do not see it as a loss, but I see it as one learning curve. So then, I don't know how do I get to deal with each and everything.
Positivity.
But then, guys, I survive.
You survive.
Positivity, kiona, fella, one way.
Thank you. So there you have it on the bio, Lokshin Vigilantes, and we have Tato, McDee, McDonald Tsotsetsi. So you know what a Lokshin Vigilante is?
No.
Can I tell you? Lokshin Vigilante is a Lokshin superhero. So Showbiz has recognized you as a Lokshin superhero in so many aspects, ne? So thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. We celebrate you and we wish you nothing but the best with your future endeavors. Streets Excellence, ShowbizTV, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, that is where we at. And that is how we end the show today. Peace.
This is Showbiz Qwa, and I'm your host. Look at how many niggas are ghost. Look at how I'm taking the crown, let's make a toast. Big boy game and all your chickens are roast. We are